Hi everyone! Do you love using alcohol markers in your sketchbook but absolutely hate the bleed through? I got you. If you're new here, my name is Sally and I'm a mixed media artist in Australia, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So I recently did this spread in my sketchbook. It's all the cowgirls and the motifs using my Ohuhu alcohol markers. And this is the Strathmore mixed media sketchbook, and this paper absolutely loves alcohol markers and I love using them in this sketchbook. So here's a really quick handy tip that you can use to still make art on the following page and not have the bleed through affected. So let's go. So like I mentioned, the alcohol markers on this paper are so good. Like I love it, but the bleed through is significant. As you can see here, I don't go super heavy on my markers, but you can pretty much see it exactly the same. So what we're going to do, all we're going to do is we're just going to paint over it. So it's not some big like hidden secret, top secret tip or anything like that, but if you just pop down a layer of gouache or acrylic, you're going to need something opaque. Watercolor's not going to do it. It'll cover straight over the marker bleed through and it'll give you a built-in background, and I hate doing backgrounds. So this is a perfect thing for me. I get to use my alcohol markers and I still get to make art on the back of the page without all that bleed through affecting it. I like to do something that's kind of like loose and patchy, that sort of thing, but you can just do a full block color or something like that, or patterns or something. I don't know, but I just mixed a couple of grays, like a Payne's gray and a light gray and a white, and just did gradients of splotches of color. Another thing you can do is just tape in a single piece of paper that you've already done an artwork on, or just to cover it up, or you could also do a collage. So after the paint had dried, I just went in with a graphite pencil and did some sketches. And I don't know what it is lately, but I've just wanted to draw cats screaming and hissing. I think maybe it's my frustration and my anger at the state of the world right now, and my frustrations at not being listened to by politicians and that sort of thing. But yeah, angry but make it cute. So that's sort of what the idea was here. And I was going to, because I already had some of my gouache and acrylic paint out, I was going to paint them, but then I thought, you know what, I've been really into my paint markers lately, so I just grabbed all the paint markers that I have just rolling around in a drawer, and I've only bought a couple of Poscas myself. Most of my paint markers come from art subscription boxes, so I've got quite a nice little collection now that I haven't had to sort of purchase myself. They've just been sent to me in the boxes, so like I've paid for the boxes, but yeah, so I've got an interesting set of colors and that sort of thing, so I just used those to paint the kitty cats. And I like them because it's like you're painting but you're kind of like drawing. So yeah, that's my random selection there. And I just like to layer up the shades, and I wanted to do some sort of unexpected colors in these. So this cat here has some green and some yellow on it. I didn't quite nail the sketch of this one. Like it doesn't look as angry as I had intended it to or wanted it to. But my absolute favourite thing about these were the little teeths. I love kitty cats' little teeths. You know, they act like they're so tough and then they have these tiny little baby teeth. I'm obsessed. I love it. And yeah, I just layered up the colours. I've been trying to practice cats a little bit more because I've got a pretty cool project that I'm working on, which I will reveal sometime soon, I hope. And it is very focused on cats. So I'm trying to get my practice in. So after all the paint had dried and I was finished with the painting, I just went in with colored pencil. I actually love finishing up with colored pencil on top of paint, whether it's gouache illustrations or paint markers. Just adds a little bit more texture, and I love that you can get that extra bit of dimension. And finishing off with the pencil, make sure we got to give those teeth the definition. Finish up with a bit of shading on the eye. And then the last thing we do is add the white highlights with the white marker, and that's the highlights in the eye and the little whiskers. And look at this kitty cat. It looks more like it's laughing than it's angry, but it's still like yelling. And then I did another cat down the bottom. And this one I wanted to do, like, experiment with the colors a little bit more. So I used blue paint markers for this kitty cat. And like I said, I've been sent sort of random colors of paint markers. So I didn't have sort of grays or anything like that to do this cat with. So I thought, let's do it blue and see what it looks like. Just my sketchbook, so this is the place to experiment. And I actually really like how this one turned out. So like I did the first one, I just started with a light blue, went in with a brighter blue, and then started adding in some details. And I think I captured the expression a bit more in this one. This one definitely looks angrier. So this was more like the vibe of the mood that I'm feeling, and I was trying to capture. Oh, those little teeths! I love them. So cute. I was actually thinking about making the June issue of my zine all about cats. I'm not sure exactly, like I haven't locked in a theme yet, so let me know. I've got cats on the brain at the moment, so drop a comment and let me know if I should make a cat themed zine. My zine gets sent out to my Ko-fi members every month, so while I'm mentioning it, I will thank you all right now for your support. Your names are on the screen now. I adore you. I send out 2 zines every month, and all the information about that is linked in the description box down below. So check that out if you're interested in getting some cool zines posted out to you every month. And again, like with the first illustration, once the paint had dried, I went in with a pencil just to add in some details and give a little bit more definition to those teeny tiny teeths, and add a bit more texture of the fur and that sort of thing. But I really like this blue kitten, the blue angry cat. I think it turned out pretty good. And I also like the contrast with the yellow in the eyes. I think it makes the eye colour pop a bit more. And I just went over some of that light blue with a grey pencil. And I think that made it look a bit more fur-like. Add our white highlights to finish off. And some whiskers. And then we got our kitty cats. I just wanted to add a bit more pencil. And I thought, what am I going to do in the background? And I sort of thought, you know, those cartoony sort of fish skeleton bones? I thought, well, I'll grab my pink neon Prismacolor pencil and pop some of those in the background. I don't know why, I just thought it would look cute just to add a little bit more interest to the page, so that's what I did. Classic cartoon fishbone. Really, really easy to do. And I'm glad I added these. And then just added some little those things with my red paint marker. And so you can still see a little bit of the alcohol marker bleed through up the top there, but it's really insignificant. And when you look at the whole page, that's, your eye's not going to go there. It's going to go to these cute angry kittens. So this is something you can do if you still want to make a really cool page in your sketchbook, but you've got alcohol marker bleed through. It doesn't affect that first page at all. And I said this is the Strathmore mixed media sketchbook. I absolutely love it, and it turned out great. And we have little Evie in the studio today. We've had Echo in the last lot of videos, but Evie came today. So here is little Evie swishing her tail into the camera. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, like this video, here's another video that you might want to watch. Consider subscribing to my channel for more work in my sketchbook and art subscription box unboxings and other things. And I'll see you next time. Bye!